It wasn't me that fell this time.
It's a rare treat. Enjoy it while you can.
I think Brent pulled him off balance.
Off balance, yes. So as promised, we are not doing anything with the bus this weekend. We have come out to do a real world test of the new heater I installed in the camperette.
It hopefully will not heat us out of the camperette.
Thing is, where we are, we're not too far from Jasper National Park here in Canada, Alberta. It is only, what was it, 3 Celsius outside, so that's not really cold. I was expecting it to be about -6 or 7 by the time we got here. So hopefully it's already 7 degrees in the camper. I hope it doesn't cook us out, but we can open the vent. Anyway, let me show you the new unit. This is the new smaller one. This is a 3 kilowatt. It is the same manufacturer, so I didn't have to do anything other than swap out the unit itself. It's the same thermostat, the same pump, everything's all the same, but this one's smaller. It doesn't kick out nearly as much heat, and when it kicks down to low, it should be nice for maintenance overnight. Trying out this new Tom Shoe, I believe the brand is, backpack stove off of Amazon. Comes with a big pot, holds, looks like, well, 800 milliliters, so almost a liter, and it comes with the smaller cup as well. It's a little precarious sitting on there, but it's not wobbling. So it was less than $50, yes, on Amazon. So that might be something you might want to think about.
This is our view. There go my dogs.
Good morning, everybody. As we mentioned last weekend in our last video, we are not working on the bus this weekend. We are going snowboarding. We are heading to Marmot Basin. Christina's never been. I've been there a handful of times. We did a real world test of the heater, the new heater I put in. Still a little warm, wasn't it?
Smaller heater.
Yeah, so a 3 kilowatt instead of an 8.
But normally we wouldn't have used it because it was only -3.
Yeah, it didn't get that cold last night. It was supposed to get -14 and it did not. Tonight's supposed to be cooler, so we'll see. Hopefully it does what it's supposed to tonight.
However, we did also test the under $50
Yes.
camp backpacking stove,
Yes.
and it worked really well.
Yeah. So you'll see a little clip of that. So, I mean, for under $50 Canadian on Amazon, you get a nice little backpacking stove with a big pot and a small pot. You can use it as a cup. It's actually a really nice set.
Plus the container thing.
Yeah. And it performed really well. I don't know how efficient it is, but it worked good to make coffee this morning. See how badly this puts me off balance. Coming. How'd that feel? Yeah, I saw that. What happened? Were you showing off?
No, it was just fun.
Okay, go on, I'm following you. the top here.
Good evening, people. So it's Saturday. I had a rough time snowboarding, but I did go and do it. Chris got a few more runs in than me. But this is our view as I am standing on top of a frozen lake. Not quite in the middle. Let's see, hold on. Spin you around if I can spin around without falling down. There we go. The dorks. So I don't know if you can see that break that's right there. That's land. Right there is land. So, yeah. I'm out in the middle of the lake, people. Well, I guess somebody did a hole there at one time. We did see somebody ice fishing earlier today. Here. Oh, look, there's a hole. This is probably where they were ice fishing. See? So, a couple was out here ice fishing this morning. I shot a bit of video of that. That's, I'm guessing, where they were at. It's the newest hole I can find. Looks like that one might have been one at one point. And see what East is getting into over here. See what the Dorbs are getting into. What y'all girls doing?
Good morning, everybody. Sunday morning, about 9 o'clock. Had a really good sleep last night. Took it easy, slept in, and I'm making myself a coffee. Gotta put a glove on. Didn't think to bring a mug, so I'm drinking out of the pot from the stove. Oh, that's good stuff. I think the plan for today is to just laze around here at the campground and probably leave around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Stop in Hinton, get something to eat, and then go home. It's about -5 outside right now, a little cloudy. A little breezy, so it's a little chilly, but I'm sitting outside here letting the dogs run around like maniacs, as you can see behind me. There's one guy out on the lake ice fishing right now. I heard him come out this morning. I think it's the same guy that was here yesterday without his kids. But it's been a really great trip. This is nice. Didn't need the heater on at all last night. Had it on for maybe an hour at the beginning, but it only got down to -5, so we had it up at 18 degrees in the camper, shut the heater off, and never turned it back on. Just a beautiful night. We have decided to go for a walk around the lake. on the lake because winter.
I've never done it.
This
It's my first time to walk on a lake.
This Texas back here has never walked on a frozen lake.
Did you call me sexist?
I called you Miss Texas, not sexist. Lived in Canada for 10 years, never walked on a frozen lake.
That stuff was a dud.
I didn't say that. So we are going to take a walk around the lake. Strangely enough, the dogs last time we walked on the trail around this lake wouldn't come out of the water. Now the water's frozen and they are in the bush on the trail. Figure that out. Huskies. Weird dogs. Come here, Bren. Try and stop, Bren. Ah, look at you go.
Where's the easy?
Who's a good girl? Who's a good dog?
She's like, I don't like this stuff.
What's wrong with the slippery stuff? Where are you going? I'm recording a little bit of the ice because it's so clear we're actually able to see fish underneath swimming around, which is really cool. So clear, this ice. You can see the bottom, all the dark spots down there. That is actually the bottom. I'm not used to such clear ice.
So we're recording the ice because it's so clear you can actually see the bottom. And if we're lucky, we'll see a fish. We've seen serval. It's so cool to see them dart around underneath the ice. Let's see. No, Brenny. Look at this hole. Look at this crack. Just, oh. Really, East? East found a bone. Yep.
That movement should have caught the camera.
See, underneath the ice swimming away.
We have come across a field of bubbles.
Like little bubble, big bubble. Oh my God, they're like up and down and oh,
Various
so
depths.
cool.
Somebody is freaking out because she's never seen bubbles like this. And to be honest, I haven't seen so many bubbles.
Like they're not even the ones that look like they're on the surface. They're not
They're
on
deep.
the surface.
They're deep. Little bubble towers that got caught in the ice as the ice was forming.
Oh, it's so cool.
This one
Oh,
here,
look at this.
a couple inches down.
Look at that big one down there that looks really fragile. Can you see it?
Yeah,
Right there.
let's see.
It's not even that cold. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's cold. And this, actually, the ice here is very wavy.
Yeah.
Like
This is where wind was.
there was some wind across here,
This
yeah.
is what created all these bubbles.
Probably. Look at that one. Look at that big tower.
Yeah.
It's probably a good foot from top to bottom, that tower of bubbles. That's very cool.
Oh, it goes way down there.
It is a deep one.
You get all the way over here. It's way down there.
Oh yeah. You can see much more of it from here. That is cool.
It wasn't me that fell this time.
It's a rare treat. Enjoy it while you can.
I think Brent pulled him off balance.
So I want to show you what I did here, because we have a battery in the back of the truck. I know everybody uses a DC to DC charger, but that's not necessary for this particular battery because it's just a little car battery. So what I've done is taken power off of the truck battery, run it along the firewall here, and the positive comes here. This is an old school relay. Like, I'm talking old. This thing's probably from the 70s. My dad had it. Power's coming in and going back out. But the relay in here shuts off until this is electrified. This is hooked up. I found a switch. I found a line that was keyed. Not just when the engine was running, but keyed completely. So I'll show you how that works in a second. But then I ran it back. You can see here where the line here, right here, the positive comes back into the ground. It just carries on, goes down. And I ran it under the truck, tied it all up along an existing one. And just because it's a temporary thing, I've brought it up between the box and the truck down here to a plug. That plug runs directly to the battery in the camper. Now, you'd say, well, why didn't you mount that battery in here? I clearly have the room for it right here because I didn't want to. It's that simple. So Christina's taking the key in. I want you to hear what this thing does as soon as the power hits it and it closes the circuit so that power will conduct to the back. Hear that? That's connected. Okay, now turn the key off. There you go. Now it's disconnected. That's all it takes. DC to DC charger is nice because it will give you all your charge and everything, but this is working perfectly fine for what we need in this particular setup.